Hi everybody, it's Saturday night. Anyway, just got in from work, had a mental day, really great day at work today. Very, very busy, lots of stuff going on, merchandising, filling, customers, the whole shebang. But it was a really long day. I went out at 7 this morning, which meant I did my makeup about 6 a.m. this morning, and I've just got in and it's 8:05. So I've been meaning for weeks, when I've got a full face of makeup, to take off my makeup live in the camera so that you can see just how effective my Tropic smoothing cleanser is. So I'm going to show you right from a virgin bottle here. This is how the packaging comes. It's so minimal. This is what I love about Tropic. There's so many products that I bought over the years. They've just got loads and loads of really lovely packaging. And I've actually been a bit of a magpie for packaging. I'm a bit of a packaging queen. I'm drawn to it. But as time's gone on, you know, I've spent a lot of money on some really premium products that actually I get to the end of after a few weeks, and there's like this really, excuse me, bear with me. Girls, Sky, Cloud. Tropic with Louise Walker, removing a day full of makeup. Take 2. Okay, so yeah, so I was talking about packaging. I was talking about the fact that, you know, you get to the end of a product that you really love, and actually you're left with a really lovely, almost ornamental piece of packaging, like a really lovely glass bottle. But actually, when it's sitting on the side there's nothing else you can do with it. You can't fill it with anything else. And the reality is it just goes in the bin, and I just feel really quite guilty about that fact that I'm filling a landfill site with things that perhaps have no further use. Anyway, so with that in mind, there's lots of products that are, or the majority of the products that Tropic sell are actually recyclable, which makes it a really environmentally friendly range. But even those small amount, and I think it's about 6 or 7 products that are not recyclable. So you can actually buy 6 of them, and then on the 6th one, you can give me back all the packaging, and then I can give you one for free. Anyway, enough of the drivel, enough of me talking. Let's get down to the real action. So look, I'm going to give you a real warts and all close up. This is me at the end of a really sweaty retail day. Okay, you know, probably from having met me, because most of the people on here know me personally, you know that I'm a full face of makeup girl. My war paint is my sort of hallmark. I'm a blonde girl, so I never go out without my mascara on. I'm always crying, laughing, or emotional because I'm feeling for somebody. So I'm always crying at some point during the day. And so waterproof mascara is really important for me. And of course with that, and I've got a naturally oily combination skin, which is great because it keeps you looking younger for longer. But of course it does give, I mean, this is literally, this is a day. That's quite oily for me. And I don't know if I give you I said I'd give you the close up. So I've got quite large pores at the moment. I've got a bit of a build up there, a bit of a spot. And you can see my makeup's, it really is starting to, it's not done bad. It's done quite a while. So, but literally all my, getting some smudging under the eyes. Anyway, the reason I wanted to show you is I wanted to show you how effective the smoothing cleanser is. I've used lots of cleansers over the years. Most of them have been, I tend to take everything off in the shower. Not a great one for sort of cleansing pads and stuff. I've got better though, to be honest, with Tropic. So the Tropic smoothing cleanser complexion purifier, it's got green tea extract in it, golden jojoba and eucalyptus leaf oils, and you do feel those oils, and people are quite nervous about oils on the skin because they think, oh, I can't get oily, it's going to make me spotty, or it's going to make me give me excess sort of sebum oil, and that'll just kill breakouts. Actually, these are all really natural ingredients and they're really skin friendly. So it comes like a little pump like this, really straightforward. I have the unscented version. Literally you only need to dispense about, this is a brand new bottle, so let's just get it working. takes about, what, that's it, 3, 4. So that's probably what I would use. That's more than they suggest, but I only do that because I literally have a full face of makeup, a day of grime, and also I've got these, I've got the eyeliner, which is a Stay Perfect eyeliner today, and I've got a waterproof mascara. So really have to get through it. So literally all I'm going to do, I'm not going to rub it into my hands, because then actually what I'm doing is pushing the product into my skin of my palm of my hands, and that's just a waste. But literally, I'm just going to smooth that into my skin all over. I'm going to show you first of all, I concentrate on my actual foundation, powder, blusher, bronzer, the whole shebang. Nice, smooth. I don't drag the skin. Very careful, nice circular motions, which really help with lymphatic drainage. And literally, I'm doing the skin first, because what I don't want to do is, once I hit the eye area, and this is fine for rounded eyes, it's nice and delicate, but still really effective. What I'm doing by smoothing the palms of my hands, I almost create like, I bring the heat to my face, which naturally opens up the pores, but also that suction, sort of upward suction effect, sort of lifts, sort of pulls out. You can do it. You see your skin. You see it sticking. So you naturally create a bit of a suction. So look, I'm going to go very carefully around my eyes and over my eyelids. And again, I'm not dragging. This just glides on this stuff. It's so beautiful. And I'm doing all this first through my eyebrows, because a lot of my makeup gets into my eyebrows. And literally nice circular motions, which are really great for the skin. They bring quite a lot of warmth and blood to the surface, which is really nice. I go round my jawline, and then I start to smooth it into my neck. Now I'll finish my neck in a minute, but the reason I do that, so what I've done is I've just sort of trying to loosen up all my foundation, bronzer, powder, the whole shebang. So the minute I hit my eyes, literally go to the eye area, and I'm going to start by going down, because what I do then is I get those top lashes. I don't spread it around my face, although in a minute I'll show you how it works. And I use the palm of my hands, but although it looks like a really big motion, I'm using the knuckles from the inside to the heel of my palm, and I'm very carefully just smoothing the cleanser through my eyelashes. And what that does already, I don't know if you can see, it's already started to lift and dissolve a waterproof mascara, a really good waterproof mascara. And again, what I do is very gently, I'm just using my fingers just to break down the mascara on my lashes. Honestly, in the old days, I literally would have just got most of my mascara off with hot water, and it would have taken forever. I used to use a Clarins cleanser, which was a very good cleanser, and sadly, they got rid of it. I used it for about 10 years, and then they got rid of it. And it really worked for me for a long time, and then they discontinued it. So I'd already got hooked onto Tropic. I already knew I liked the cleanser, and actually I just don't even, there was no looking back. So what you can see now, right into the hairline, is my makeup just sitting on my surface of my skin. And the reason I'm going over my eyes a bit is because I'm just literally trying to break down what an attractive look. Louise Walker. I've now gone from blonde eyebrows to brown. So there you go. That's me in a real mess. It feels like it's a mess, but actually it's not. It just feels really sort of liberating. So I've got nice oily hands. So with the smoothing cleanser comes this really, really lovely, I'm going to, again, nice virgin one. This is how they all come. So this is the bamboo face cloth. So these are probably some of the best bamboo face cloths I've ever used. So if you're a Lizelle sort of hot cloth cleanser fan, you're going to love this. This is literally 100% bamboo, which again is very environmentally friendly, sustainable. It's really thick by comparison to lots I've used before. And of course, what this does is it almost creates like a really gentle polish. So it's a good way of exfoliating the skin. Now I filled my sink next to me with really hot water, okay? So I'm just gonna pop my bamboo cloth in there. And I'm just gonna soak it off a bit. And then what you want to do, sort of almost just hold it over the face as hot as you can bear it. And the reason that we go for hot, and actually you can see I'm pressing it onto the skin to really sort of feel the benefit of the heat. And I'm going to do it again so that I keep it nice and warm. Okay, right now, this is where the power of the product comes in. So I'm literally very carefully going to wipe, and I do it in outer circle first. So I do the outer rim of my face, and literally you might see it's so big I move my hand around, so as I take off a big, what I call a sludge of makeup, I literally get the makeup off on the cloth. What a minger, eh? What a minger. Oh, I feel so liberating, it really does. I've swapped it over again. Just gonna then I give that a little bit of a soak again to get the benefit of the heat. Give it a bit of a rinse out. I've got about 4 of these now, and literally I'll wash one, dry one, lose one in the tumble dryer, and then have one, wash one, dry one, wash one, dry one, have a spare one. And then literally that last thing I do, so when I've got all my makeup off of my skin and I have a big face, then I like use those last moments to really very carefully bring it down from my lashes. So, and I very carefully, I don't know if you can see, I'm not pulling my lashes, but I'm just gently taking off those last little bits of mascara off my eyelashes. There we go. So we're almost there. Boom. There you go. So, and what I will do now is I'm going to jump in the shower, and I'm going to use our Clear Skies powder, which is another fabulous thing, that fabulous cleanser. I'm just going to take that down because I did put a bit of foundation down my throat today because my skin tone's slightly askew. It's that time of year, isn't it? We're not getting out in the sunshine, so I'm having to build up a bit of colour with our sun drops and self-tan. And then it's getting your foundation shading right. So there we go. So nice and straightforward. So I'm going to get in warts and all again. This is you seeing me at my worst when I'm really tired. So you can see how clean my skin is because you're right back. You can see my thread veins, any sort of like redness I might have. And I'm actually quite lucky. My skin tone is quite even generally. Got a little bit of pigmentation along my jawline here, which is just years of sort of sun exposure, I guess. There you go. I've got quite sort of thin skin around my eyes, so I get this real sort of like lilac hue, which shows you how effective my makeup can be. But obviously we're not talking about makeup today, that's for another day. So there you go, that's me, naked, bare. And that's the smoothing cleanser. It's a real, I wouldn't honestly, you know, I know I'm a salesperson, I work in retail, but I tend to only really recommend things that I truly believe in. And this cleanser for me has been actually quite a life-changing thing. It's made life a lot easier. So actually, if I wanted to, I could literally jump into my PJs now, dry hair, no sort of concerns, and get myself into bed. But actually I'm going to jump in the shower and just do a little bit more pampering and just sort of chilling. Grant's watching the cricket anyway, so I'm not missing out on a thing. So there you go. So any questions, pop them in the comments. I'd love to answer them. Yeah, thanks guys. Okay, I decided that while I'm set up with the camera, I thought I might as well show you what I do next. So this is actually the Clear Slate. So this comes inside of two similar formulas. So there's Clear Skies and there's Clear Slate. It's actually geared up and sort of marketed towards men's skin, but actually I find it really good because, as I said, I've got larger pores and I've got quite an oily complexion, and I had hysterectomy a few years ago, so I'm practically a bloke with boobs anyway, so what the hell. I've also got a house full of men as well, my own children obviously, so we buy the male equivalent because actually I can benefit from it as well as those guys using it. So what I love about the products is they're all made literally within the last few weeks, which is why there's none of those horrible nasty parabens that we don't know what they do to our skin. So because they're so natural, you get different formulations. So if you buy something off the shelf, you're buying something that has probably got something in there like an additive that will keep it lasting a long time to make sure that the shelf life is long. Well, everything from Tropic is made to order. So when you order from me, you're literally getting products that will be made probably in the last couple of weeks. I'll get that to you as quickly as possible, and then you get these wonderful products that are really fresh, full of really natural ingredients. So this is a great example, and it's a great one to sort of demonstrate. Now, literally all you need, it's like literally powder. I don't know if you can see it. Let's change it. See if I can do it better here. So literally it's a teaspoon, equivalent of a teaspoon worth of powder, okay? And it really is quite really like a sort of real almost baby powder sort of texture. And literally I'm just going to wet my fingers, and with quite a generous amount of sort of water, I'm just going to make that into a bit of a paste. So I don't know if you can see, it's going quite dark. Yeah, it's a lot easier in the shower because I don't drip it all down myself, and there's no need to worry about making a mess, but you can do it at your sink. So I'm going to really go for it. I'm going to start to work like those two into it and get this really lovely sort of quite a thick formula really, and you can control how pasty you want it to be, how sort of thick you want it to be. I like to, I'm always a more girl, so literally let's put a bit more in there. And this is really, this product, this and Clear Skies are really great for almost like that secondary cleanser. So if you're like me and you wear a lot of makeup, or you have a particularly physical job, this is why this particular one is good for gents. If they're out of the elements, you know, what this does is it's a really good sort of second follow-up cleanser. So make sure that any of that residue that I had left before, I won't go near the eyelids with this, although you could. I have done before and it's not really bothered me, but you don't need to, and you wouldn't want to. So literally, looks like I'm being really rough. I promise you I'm not. I'm really gentle with my skin, but literally again, so that really lovely sort of, you know, that takes some time to do your cleansing. We tend to rush through the regime that we do because we want to jump into bed, or we want to get our PJs, or we just want to get the day off of our faces. And actually, for any time I get where I get to really sort of do something for me and really sort of relax, so I do sort of enjoy my sort of regime. And again, you can get that sense of calm if you start to work stuff off. And then literally, you know, again, I'm going to jump in the shower and get rid of it. Be back in a minute. Hi, me again, sorry. So fresh out of the shower, literally, have a bit of a close-up again, you can see. This is me. Okay, so literally got out of the shower. A natural astringent is really cold water. I like to sort of close my pores up with cold water, but I'll follow the cleansing regime with Tropic with the vitamin toner, which is also a pore refining mist. This has got aloe vera juice in it, vitamin C and vitamin B5, all really great really scrummy ingredients for a really healthy complexion. Again, comes in a spray bottle, and literally I just spray a mist. It smells absolutely divine. It feels really lovely and light on the skin. That would be a sufficient amount if you want to, but obviously I've just had a really heavy day at work, so I soak myself in it. I love it. Sometimes in the mornings I can feel it literally pouring, which probably means I've overdone it, but that's me, innit? I overdo things. Anyway, so you can just let that settle into the skin, or you can press it in, or just very gently smooth it in. And I know that that just sort of delivers those ingredients in a really gentle way. And what that does, it leaves me with a very slightly sort of moist complexion, but it feels so comfortable. Okay, I'm going to follow that up with Tropic's Elixir, which is the age-defying omega oil. It's got moringa in it, it's got pomegranate and organic rosehip seed oils, and it really is a fabulous, it's a game changer. So it's the Elixir. Literally, I'm going to give you a bit of a close-up. For best results, you've got to mass it into your skin for about a minute, nice circular motions, avoiding the eye area, because it literally anything sort of around the orbital bone will start to pull what it needs into the eye, so you don't want to get any closer to the eyelids than that. It's just full of omega fatty acids, which sound horrendous, but it's absolutely brilliant. And what it does, it really delivers that luxurious hydration into your skin, and when you put it on, it just feels and smells so lovely. I have a husband that has very dry skin. I just do 2 pumps because I've got quite oily skin again. And that's the sort of what it looks like, but it is so beautiful. Now my husband uses this. I got him onto this from a scientific brand. We'd have little moments of success with those brands, but actually once his skin had sort of got used to it, he'd get quite a few flare-ups, bit of dry skin, bit of eczema, especially around his hairline, around his, especially through his sort of like bearded areas. And literally, I just, nice circular motions. If I wasn't talking to you, I'd probably be daydreaming about something nice. Instead of talking to something nice. It's really lovely. I take that through my eyebrows, so if you've got any dry skin through your eyebrows. And then I literally take it down my neck, down my throat, into my décolletage there. Waist not, whatnot. And if there's any residue left after that, and I try not to be, because I'm getting quite crepey here. I suppose over the years it's been burnt several times. And I also sort of move into my ears, up behind my ears, around the back of my neck. It all gets exposed to the sun. And then any residue that's left, I rub into the back of my hands, because I have the hands of a 93-year-old. Literally just work. I mean, I've been working cardboard all day today, so I was so dusty and dirty. And then if you're not doing things like that, you're washing your hands to get rid of it, or COVID or whatever. So any residue of any products, I always rub into the back of my hands. I should have the hands of a much younger person. So that's the Elixir. I've got the 75ml because we just use it, the whole family uses it, so that's the most cost-effective way to do it. But you can also try it in a 30ml bottle. I'll just double check, see if I've got one here. I have, yay! So the 30ml bottle is actually empty. So this is what the 30ml looks like. It comes like that with this really handy dropper. So if you can't trust yourself with the pump, then obviously, oh, there's a good generous amount left in there. That's a skin's regime's worth. And then literally, there you go. So you got 30ml in the Elixir, or you got the 75ml. Obviously it just depends how much you get through, and with the whole family using it. So that just leaves me feeling so sort of nourished and hydrated and just clean and comfortable, which is just a really nice place to be. So that's me done, guys. All nice and natural. Yeah, so this is it. This is me. Anyway, I hope that was interesting for you. If you've got any questions, please ping me them privately or on post on the bottom, whatever you want. I will aim to help you. That's all from me. I'll leave you alone for this lovely Saturday evening. I'm going to go and chill out. I'm going to sit down and put my feet up. Anyway, thanks ever so much. If you are interested in purchasing anything today or, you know, in the future, visit tropicwithlouisewalker.com. Thanks, guys. Thanks for following me and thanks for your interest. Take care. Bye.